Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Macky from the UK, and that wasn't my can that got opened there. That was Billy's. What are you saying, Billy?
Oh yeah, that was fucking good. I needed that.
What were you drinking? What you got?
I got Dr. Pepper, a
All
normal
right.
Dr. Pepper rather than cherry one. You see,
Okay.
so
There we go. Viking
liven
is the
me
one
up.
who doesn't like Dr. Pepper, isn't it?
Is it him?
Yeah.
Is he the gay? Is he
Yeah,
the
he
only gay in the
fucking he
village?
hates it. Yeah. The only gay in Australia. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, Viking doesn't like the old Dr. Pepper. John Colson loves it, but John isn't here today. He's got some things that he needs to be dealing with, so he isn't here this week. Hopefully, he'll be back next week. And then Margaret says she's going to be a little bit late. So it's just me and Billy for now. So that's the intro. That's it, right?
Yeah,
That's it, Billy.
I think so. If there's only two
Nice.
of us,
Well, my drink today is one of them OJ beers. It's like I only drink these OJ beers when the show's on now. It's just like, oh, this show's on. I'll get myself a couple of these OJs. Yeah. Nice. And then they're in
OJ.
the freezer.
What does the OJ stand for?
You know, I don't even know. Should I have a look at it?
Yeah, it
It's
makes sense to
premium
know what the
strong
OJ stands
beer.
for.
It has no idea. No, just OJ premium strong beer. Strong 8.5% alcohol, born in Belgium.
8.5%. That's quite strong, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's a strong beer.
How much is in there? Is it 500 mil or 350?
500 mil. 500 mil.
Yep, 500 mil. Thought so. See,
Decent.
half a litre.
That's right. And I have one of these throughout the news, and then I'll have one through the grow guides. The missus comes up about 10 past 10 with one of these out the freezer, and that gets
Nice chilled one. God, look at that.
Yeah,
Fucking what a service that is.
You know what I mean? But next
Fucking
week,
hell.
everybody, is going to be a show in October, and we're doing this whole sober October thing. Loads of people on the forum getting involved in that as well. It seems like it's some version of Lent that we're doing. We're just giving up a vice that we have throughout October. You know, so I'm going to stop cannabis, alcohol, sugar, and caffeine. So I've got a whole bunch of shit. You're not doing it, are you, Billy? Because you only really have cannabis.
I'm going to give
medicine.
up socks anyway. So.
Oh right,
I'll join you that
tough
way.
for you,
Yeah.
Billy. Wow,
That's going to be well tough. That is giving
Wow.
up socks, mate. Fucking
Good
hell.
luck, bro.
That's worse than giving up the smack. That is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, man.
Anyone else going to join me in giving up the socks out there for a month? If you're not giving up the weed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't think there's many people with the same problem with socks as you have, Billy.
No, probably not. Yeah, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
What are you smoking on this week anyway, Macky?
Well, it's the same old shit, isn't it?
That's a surprise, isn't it?
That's right.
Fucking
I
hell.
wish I knew what it was because it's so good now. It's so fucking enjoyable, you know.
It's cured really well now, has it?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
proper cured. Like
It's like after 7 o'clock comes, I fire out the Mighty, get a couple of fucking, fill up that cab a couple of times, and just enjoy some of this delicious cannabis, man. It's so nice and got such a nice buzz to it as well because it's beautiful weed now. It's been curing for so long. It's just so good, man.
so I've got some really good cured weed. It's the GMO from Seedsman, but it's like really it's got a very faint like cookie dough smell to it, and like a berry cookie dough. It's quite strange. It's really quite nice. I made some hash out of it as well, and it's really quite nice the hash as well. So
Beautiful.
that's what I'm smoking on. Some freshly made hash as well. Yesterday it was made.
Nice. Living the dream. What's everybody else smoking on or consuming in some way out there in the chat? Do let us know. We do like to know. Oh, yeah, man. Fucking, it's just this weed's so good now. I did consider, you know, I just got a mushroom sitting there. It's like, should I eat that fucking mushroom? Probably half a gram mushroom, but these are really strong, and I'll be mashed up, way mashed up before the smoke break kicks in. You know, gotta be professional. But good session the other day, didn't we? We had the Patreon session on Friday. There's some good shit. We had a good time.
Nice. Yeah,
Good
that was a
chat.
good session. That was.
Yeah.
I had some mushrooms in.
Only
Only
Nice.
0.8, so.
Yeah, man. But that's just enough to feel a nice hit off that. You know, a nice warm hug.
Yeah,
from
that
the
was
shroom.
a warm hug from a mushroom for sure.
Loving that. But let's have a quick look at these news articles that we're going to be discussing today as well, because we've potentially got 6. We're going to try and push through 6 articles, but we might only do 5, depending on the time. We have a UK man praised for helping thousands access medical cannabis, jailed for 4 years. Yeah, so this is similar to the thing that happened with Gary Youds last year sometime. Yeah, a bit fucked up. I didn't know this guy. I haven't heard of his name before, so maybe. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to get him on the show now because he's obviously locked up for potentially 4 years. Jesus. The things that people get away with in this country with no prison time, this man, we'll discuss it when we get to the article. We got an important one. It's only going to be a brief one, but we spoke briefly about the Arizer vape that was recalled because it was having problems with the batteries. But we got more info on that, like what models, what dates, and just so if you do have one of these and you want it sent back, they'll send you another one in replacement that isn't faulty. So this is something I wanted to read out as well. Got Starmer, that's Keir Starmer, who's the Prime Minister of the UK, or at least attempting to be one, defends votes for 16-year-olds because they want 16-year-olds to be able to vote in general elections because, yeah, we won't rant yet. We'll wait till we get to the story. And says he will not legalise cannabis. So, and this was recent as well. So it's just an update, really, that Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party and the Prime Minister of the UK, isn't thinking about legalising cannabis anytime soon. Bullshit. If Margaret shows up, she has a news article, but if not, then we'll cover it. We got cannabis added 16 billion Canadian dollars to the Canadian economy in 2024. $16 billion. Jesus. What's this? Leiden coffeeshops seek permission to double cannabis stock to 1,000 grams. They're only keeping 500 grams in a coffee shop, Billy? Is that the limit?
Yeah, that's always been the limit. Maximum
yeah.
in every coffee shop, 500 grams. Yeah,
I
they
didn't know
just
it was
don't
that
think
low.
it's enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not really enough, is it,
No.
to keep stock ticking over? When you get a load of people come in, buy 5 grams each, and like after an hour, that's it. It's gone.
Well,
And it's
variety
like,
as well, mate. If you want to have more and more strains, there's more and more strains now than there was ever before. 20 years ago, you would have only needed like 10, 20 strains, so you'd have loads of different ones, but loads of amounts of that one, innit? But
yeah, now you
start getting more.
Have a menu board full of 100 strains, really, couldn't you? Quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the issue I think they're having.
Yeah. And then the last one there, workers' rights and medical cannabis, the role of unions in protecting patients. That's what we're going to be looking at this week, those news stories there. So, yeah, make sure you roll a few fat ones as you do. Get super high. And that's it. We already did the what you're smoking on part of the show there, didn't we?
Yeah,
smoking on,
didn't
what
we?
you consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes a lot quicker when there's just 2 people.
Yeah, it's strange that those extra people, how much of a time difference it makes, right? Because of all the banter in between, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
all the
right.
chatting shit, all the side tracking everyone does.
Yeah. And of course, we have the grow guides later on as well, everybody. We've got some good questions to cover there. But with that, I think we might as well just get stuck in. What do you think, Billy? You ready to
man. Press
talk
the
about
fucking
news?
buttons.
Press the buttons. Let's
go.
Let's do it. Let's get this Arizer news out the way, I think, because this is the most urgent one. Let's get that done. So the title for this, we have Arizer Solo II portable vaporizers recalled due to fire and burn hazards. Imported by 7111495 Canada, I was going to say. But Canada is what I'm supposed to say. Right, yeah, so it's a specific model. They're not all broken. It's just this specific one is. The Arizer Solo II portable electronic vaporizer devices. That's the name of the product. The hazard, it says, the internal lithium-ion battery can overheat, produce smoke and/or eject material, posing fire and burn hazards. The remedy for this is to replace them. Recall date September 18th, 2025. Units about 5,460. In addition, about 2,820 were sold in Canada. So this is specifically for Canada, but if you have one of these as well, maybe just, it hasn't been sorted for the US or the UK. So any of these model numbers. You got a customer contact number if you're in Canada. It's on the screen. You can find it over at the Arizer.com website if you want more information specifically for where you are. We have A description. This recall involves the Arizer Solo II, a portable electronic vaporizer device powered by an internal lithium-ion battery. The unit features a rigid anodized aluminium. Spelled it wrong there. It says aluminum. You see that? It's
Oh
not
yeah,
saying it properly. It's supposed to be aluminium.
spastics.
Yeah, goddamn. Housing and is available in carbon black and mystic blue finishes. It includes a glass component, only vaporizers with serial number starting with M2. That's Mike 2. Included in this recall. The serial number is etched on the bottom of the device. UPC 6280788000836 is printed on the product packaging. So look out for those numbers if you have one of these Solo 2s in carbon black or mystic blue, and the serial number starts with M2. And if you have UPC 6280788000836 printed on the product packaging, those are the ones that are broken. All right, and they can cause fire, which obviously you don't want. So stop charging it, stop using it. If you send it back, we'll see what the remedy is. That's what the remedy is here. Consumers should immediately stop using the Arizer 2 portable vaporizer and contact 7111495 Canada for a free replacement. Just to interject out, it's not really free, is it? Because you've already paid for the thing and it's broke, so it's not free. Customers whose serial number is confirmed as impacted will receive a free Solo 2 max replacement and wax to be used for disposal. Okay, wax. The recalled unit must be disabled by inserting the provided wax into charging port. Then disposed of at a local hazardous waste or battery recycling facility according to local regulations. Okay, so that's what they're going to do. They're going to send you a new vape and a little bit of wax, and you have to use this wax to make your old one fixed. Well, not fixed. Make your old one safe, and then throw it away at the most responsible place. No, do not throw the recalled lithium-ion battery or device into the trash, the general recycling stream, e.g. street level or curbside recycling bins, or used battery recycling boxes found at various retail and home improvement stores. Recalled lithium-ion batteries must be disposed of differently than other batteries because they present a greater risk of fire. Your municipal household hazardous waste collection centre may accept this, so your local tip may accept this recalled lithium-ion battery or device for disposal. Before taking your battery or device to the HHW collection center, contact their office ahead of time and ask whether it accepts recalled lithium-ion batteries. If it does not, contact your municipality for further guidance. Incidents/injuries. The firm have received 9 reports of the battery overheating, producing smoke, or ejecting material. No injuries have been reported. Yeah, and that's about it, really. That's all the information there. I mean, there's a little bit more, but it's not necessary to you guys. So, if you have one of those devices, don't fucking use it. Scary, right?
Shit batteries. They must have had a load of dodgy batteries or something.
Dodgy batteries, but it says manufactured in China. And I don't know. Sometimes Chinese make bad things. Yeah.
Yep, that's what you get for manufacturing it cheaply.
It's a shame as well, and because Arizer are sponsors over at Percy'sGrowroom.com, our forum, And
yeah, they're normally pretty good.
Yeah, that's it. They've had loads of good shit go out there, but I just worry when something like this happens to a business. Is this the end for them? Are they going to be able to? Because most companies are just like head above water right now, just trying to fucking survive. And then this happens, It just, I wish the best for them. I hope this doesn't fucking ruin everything. I hope they do okay. Crazy, you know what I mean? Just don't want to see them, going out of business because of a problem like this. I'm glad it's being fixed. Crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be something small that fucks you over, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when, as I say, everyone's head is so close above water and shit. Gotta be careful, man. What are you saying, Billy? What got next? Well, you want to talk about one of yours? Let's talk about the coffee shops, man. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, the coffee shops, as they say in Amsterdam. They're not really coffee shops, though, are they? Come on, really?
No.
but like it's what they're called. So Leiden coffee shops seek permission to double their cannabis stock to 1,000 grams because obviously currently they're only allowed 500. Um, so coffee shops in Leiden want permission to double their stock. So the legal limit literally is 500 grams. So the city's association of cannabis retailers. So the existing rule is impossible to work with and unfair to businesses, which, as Macky said earlier, is it's like how can you really keep a good supply of stock and trade there because variety,
Yeah.
that's what people want. Yeah, it's
And
like
the
it's
safety of people going backwards and forwards, because they can have another location close where if they run out of silver haze, for example, they can just pop there, pick up silver haze, and bring it back. You just can't all be on the premises, and it's just this people going backwards and forwards with large amounts of cannabis. It's risky, man. It's unnecessary risk.
yeah, especially when you work out like the 500 grams over like 20 products, you're getting not very much, like half ounce
Mm-hmm.
each, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
fucking hell, it don't take long for that half ounce to be sold.
Yeah.
Someone wants 5 grams 3 times, that's it. You ain't even got enough in stock for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's crazy. And that's just one group of people walk in and they've cleared you out
Yeah.
of one item on your menu. And how can you work like that, really? You just
Mm-hmm.
can't, can you? Stupid. No wonder they're asking you that. Especially with the people now, is cannabis is a lot more popular. So it's not just the tourists, is it? It's every lot. Probably lots of old Dutch people now are finding it used for medicine now as well. So it's like shit. A lot more people buying it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
take much for it to disappear, does it? Especially because a lot of shops closed down, didn't they? A lot of like I think about half the amount of cannabis shops are actually open now.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, so they've submitted a request for an exemption, which because they have thousands of customers per week, and they're just saying resupply is unavoidable. The chairman he said that he raised the issue that last week during a committee meeting in Leiden City Council. He said both police and city officials have been aware of the stock problem for years. Early agreements existed, but they're not included in the stricter policy now in place. It's unfair. He reported twice during the meeting. City Council members Emma Van Bree of Groenlinks asks whether Leiden should expand the number of coffee shops instead of raising stock limits. This is not necessary. This is not necessary and certainly not desirable.
Mm-hmm.
He replied. Obviously, because you're
It's,
again, you've got all that money in electricity, in the
yeah,
rent,
yeah.
and extra staffing, and like
Ridiculous.
plus the kitting out and fitting out of the shop as well costs thousands. It's like what when you can just add another 500 grams to your current menu. It's like that's just bullshit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it says is nothing there, and there's currently 11 shops in Leiden. He said they can meet their demand, particularly with several new shops that have recently opened in the region. So as long as they're allowed to double their limit, then they're able to supply the demand, what's needed, if you know what I mean. So again, it's just them being stupid and greedy. The council member, Dave De Jong of Fracti de Groot, asked whether pressure on leading coffee shops has eased since new outlets opened in nearby towns such as Lis. Stickvoort responded that there has been a significant decline since the opening of the 4 shops in the region, but obviously they still need it. The LVCD is proposing what is calls for a safe declaration. Under this plan, a notary would certify requests to increase the allowed stock, giving coffee shop owners a legal right and protections against the penalties for holding larger amounts. A simple, transparent, controllable, and fair solution, he
Mm.
says. Which is true, isn't it? It's like just let them operate into the because 1,000 grams isn't really a lot, is it? To be honest,
No, no.
it's this just a small amount for to stock during the day. It's
Yeah.
like
And it's
how
not
many
just
grams
flour, is
is
it?
it? Yeah,
Does it mean like hash as well?
yeah. I think they a gram's a gram, so a gram of hash is a gram of that gram.
Damn.
It's not just flour. So maybe rosin as well, and all that
Mm-hmm.
counts. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
That's
like it
crazy,
just
isn't it?
gets beyond stupidness, really.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have someone come in and out the back door like 20 times a day.
Yeah. Stupidness. What
Not
for?
workable. If they want businesses to make money, profit, and become like part of the economy.
But it seems as if the opposite is going on in the Netherlands right now, and they're trying to, I don't know, reduce the amount of coffee shops by the laws they're putting in place.
Yeah, it's just odd that I think they don't like the tourism, and it's like, but like you're gonna
Well,
get
tourism
tourism
brings in so
anyway.
much money.
It's like it's the half the hotels live off of it. It's like the
Hmm.
food shops as well. Like that, it's some of them places wouldn't survive without the tourists. It's just
And if
what
cannabis
what
wasn't,
do you do?
well, I would say legal, but that's not, if you couldn't get cannabis in Amsterdam, I would never have gone there. And I've been there like 5 times. I would never have gone to Amsterdam if it wasn't for cannabis. What would I want to go there for? I don't-
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's just me. How many millions of people feel the same way?
So you're not into Rembrandt then?
Oh yeah, sure. I like a nice fucking painting, but I ain't gonna go all the way over there to go see it. I got fucking
Yeah,
nice
but
art galleries in the city I'm in. I don't need to go see other ones.
go and see Anne Frank's house where she wrote some sort of
Ah,
diary.
yeah, not really up for that either. I hear it's small, compact,
What
busy.
the house?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've been to Amsterdam a few times, and I always intend to go see those things, but I never do because I'm there for the cannabis. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
And there's loads of people who do the same thing. Just go there for the cannabis. I mean, how many people listen to the show have been to Amsterdam? You should go, everybody. It's a great place, beautiful city. But you get to enjoy the cannabis over there. That's what you go for. That's what most people go for, or at least a large amount of people go for. So they need to keep that shit up and running, man, and they need to do whatever they can to keep the economy
Yeah.
thriving because it's not going to be long before it's not even going to be viable anymore because Germany's legalizing and we got Spain has legalized as well. So they're not the only place in Europe now that can supply cannabis to people. So
Well, like it says now that there's 50 watching now. So if we all walked into a coffee shop and bought the 5 grams you're allowed to each, that's half their stock gone instantly.
yeah, yeah.
And then we'd actually be allowed to then all go back outside and walk back in and buy another 5 grams. So
Mm,
within a space of an hour, we could literally walk from to it, then go back to the hotel, put the 5 grams in wherever in your safe, and then go back, and then you'd legally be able to buy another 5 grams each.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
that's it.
and
That within an hour, that coffee shop has sold its entire stock, and it's got to try
mhm,
have the issue of then getting another 500 grams transported
yeah, man,
illegally. It's
stupidness, isn't it?
just stupid,
Just
yeah.
unnecessary, just unnecessary, just
Yeah.
stupid
So what's that,
bureaucracy that
was
gets
that
in the
eight
way.
times a day? They'd have to then do that to be
Mm,
open for 8 hours. It's just not viable, is it? Like that?
no.
That's just stupid.
We got the 21 Metal 12 in the chat said 9 days till I'm back in the dam. Go on,
Oh,
son.
look at that.
Have a
Get
nice
in. There
time,
you
man.
go.
I hope
See,
you have a good time.
he likes Rembrandt.
Yeah, he's gonna go there see the Rembrandts. He's gonna buy himself a
Yeah.
nice pair of clogs. He's gonna walk up the fucking dam rack with his clogs on, go see the Rembrandts. That's what he's going there for.
Yep. Don't forget
Yeah,
some tulips. He'll buy himself
yeah,
some
some
tulips.
tulips. Well, that's right.
The flowers,
Mm-hmm.
not the
Have a
funny
nice
shaped
time.
joints everyone makes. The
Yeah,
flowers.
beautiful place. I love Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Great place.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
suggest swimming in the canals in your
oh
clogs,
no,
though.
no, no.
No,
Take the clogs
not a
off.
good idea. Yeah, take the clogs off.
Yes. Fuck off, clogs. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, why go to Amsterdam? Why do people go to Amsterdam? Just to smoke weed, man. Just to smoke weed.
Yeah. Well, no, they don't. They might do some window shopping while they're there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, because there's
Yeah,
that whole
yeah, yeah. If you get
district
what I mean.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, now.
yeah.
Oh, my
You
God.
got to have a walk around
Yeah.
and have a look and see the seediness of it, though.
Yeah, the seediness is the correct word. as well.
The funny thing is when you get the group of lads cheering outside the door for them when their mate comes out, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, I got a similar story like that. A friend of mine.
Yeah, everyone's got them stories, mate.
Yeah. Good times. Amsterdam,
Good
everybody.
times.
Go visit. Go
Yeah.
visit. Just
You should go there at least 10 times in your life.
That's right. That's it. If you can, go there every couple of years.
If you haven't been there 10 times yet, then you're even once, and start that once, and then start your journey towards that 10.
Let's take a look at this next guy then. This is the
Who's the next
article
one?
here. This UK man praised for helping thousands access
Oh, yeah.
medicinal cannabis, jailed for 4 years.
What the fuck?
Let's go through some of this.
That's just bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bullshit. 4 years, man, for just trying to help people. Joel Cunningham has been jailed for 4 years after his original suspended sentence was overturned last week, and that's what makes it even more fucked. Quick shout out to Sarah Sinclair. She's the writer of this article. She's been on the show. Cool lady. She's got a good Instagram page and shit. Follow her over on Instagram. A Yorkshire man who supplied cannabis products to thousands of people with chronic illnesses has been jailed for 4 years after his original suspended sentence was overturned. So he's been to court and he had a suspended sentence, and it's like, if you break the rules again, we're going to lock you up. And he's like, oh, glad that's over. Kind of dodged a bullet there, and there was like called him back. Like, hold on, no, changed our minds. I think we should send you down for 4 years. What a bunch of cunts. Joel Cunningham, 40, from Leeds, was convicted of 7 offences, including possession with intent to supply magic mushrooms and conspiring to supply THC back in May 2025, and handed an 18 months suspended sentence. So again, just in case you don't know, 18 months suspended means he's going to go home, but if he breaks the law again, he's going to do 18 months for this, plus whatever time he has for the next crime. That's how it works, right, Billy?
Yep.
Yeah. Just make sure people know that.
Yeah, suspended, yeah.
The sentence was overruled by the Crown Court of Appeal on Tuesday, the 16th of September. So look at that. This is back in May 2025. What's that? I mean, that's the 3rd month, so we're looking at 6 months ago now. And then Thursday, Tuesday, so 6 months. Imagine that. You've just been trying to help people. I mean, trying to get some cannabis to people who might relieve their pain or help them sleep. And he gets found out, if he gets found out, trial goes in May 2025 and he gets 18 months suspended. So for the last 6 months, he's been living like, oh man, thank God for that. I'm so glad that's over. He just managed to get on with his life. And then what, they call him back 6 months later to be like, oh, hold on for a second. This sentence was overruled by the Crown Court of Appeal on Tuesday, 16th of September, after Solicitor General Ellie Reeves referred the case on the grounds that the sentence was too lenient. The 3 judges who heard the appeal agreed and imposed a 4-year prison term, with Cunningham ordered to turn himself into Leeds police station by 4 p.m. on Wednesday the 17th. Police raided Cunningham's home in 2021, found multiple cannabis products, including vapes, oils, and creams. Wow. So, this guy's just making shit for medical purposes. Oils and creams and shit. He's not just somebody trying to sell weed, is he? As well as around 1.5 kilograms of magic mushrooms. That's a lot of shrooms, bro. Just saying. Worth up to £80,500. They also found £7,748 in cash, luxury watches, and CS spray canisters, the BBC reports. All right, CS spray canisters, that's pepper spray, right, Billy? Is it?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, which is illegal and considered firearm charges here in the UK.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So,
depends on how lenient or unlenient they want to be with that.
Yeah, so there's a lot more to this than just being in possession of that can get you numerous years in prison here in the UK. And of course, 1.5 kilograms of magic mushrooms, that's not medical cannabis, is it? Now, you know me, everybody. I am particular to a shroom here and there.
Instead.
Yeah, so I don't think that anybody should go to prison for possessing these things. There should be a legalized market for this. But he's forced to go all shady like this. But anyway, these magic mushrooms can help with people with depression and, bad moods and all this kind of stuff. So it can be used medicinally as well. And he's got found with that. It's not just the cannabis here, obviously. But still, I don't think this guy should be locked up and sent to prison. I haven't heard anything about any victims yet. Anybody heard victims yet? No?
No.
Unduly lenient is the title there. Cunningham has always claimed that he was supplying cannabis products to patients with cancer, epilepsy, chronic pain, and other serious health conditions. The case against him attracted a significant amount of public attention, with over 4,600 people signing a petition in support of compassionate work and positive impact in the community. Let me just read that again for you, everybody. Listen to this again, right? The case against him attracted a significant amount of public attention. Now, you would think, by the way they go on in this article here, that this was negative public attention. Oh, lock him up. He's one of them degenerate druggies. He's got cannabis and magic mushrooms. But no, 4,600 people. That's, for the people in the USA, that's 4,600 people signed a petition to say that this guy is not a bad guy. He brings a positive impact on our community, and he's just helping people. 4,600 people. And they still lock him up for 4 fucking years. So, you know, we've seen 4,600 people come out here and say, yo, this guy is actually good. And we haven't had one, as far as we know, we haven't had one person step up and say, oh, this guy's bad. So no victim whatsoever. 4,600 of opposite of victims, people who have been positively impacted by this guy. And he still gets locked up. That's fucked. The original trial also saw several patients take to the witness stand in his defense to share the impact he had on their lives. This is the guy here. There we go. Free Joel Cunningham in Leeds, UK. Medical cannabis has been legal in the UK since 2018, with over 60,000 patients prescribed cannabis-based products through private clinics, but many remain unable to access these medicines, and around 1.8 million are thought to be self-medicating with cannabis illegally. Cannabis for recreational use remains illegal, and a Class B drug carrying a maximum custodial sentence of up to 14 years for intent to supply. Damn. 14 years for selling weed, everybody. A conviction of intent to supply magic mushrooms, a Class A drug, could carry a maximum sentence of life imprisonment.
That's fucked, isn't it?
Life. You get locked up for the rest of your life. Wow. Hold on, I'm just going to go flush something. I'll be back in a minute.
God, lucky he didn't fucking comment on Facebook then, innit? Hey, shit.
No.
He'd be shocked
Madness.
by the Gestapo.
Madness. Asking for Cunningham's sentence to be increased on Tuesday, Reeves said the magic mushrooms conviction should have been treated as a lead offence when Cunningham was sentenced, the BBC reported. The judges found that while there was no evidence for Cunningham had supplied magic mushrooms previously, the jury were clearly satisfied that he was planning to do so in the future, and the sentence was unduly lenient. A healer, not a dealer, is the subtitle they have here. Campaigners say the law must recognise and differentiate between harmful drug dealers and those like Joel, whose mission is to heal rather than harm. That's a fucking good point there. There should definitely be a distinction. I don't think, if people are just selling cannabis and mushrooms and shit, I think it should be a legal business that's properly regulated. It's not their fault they turn. This might be their calling in life. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to sell mushrooms and help people, or I just want to sell mushrooms. And maybe that's what they want to do. You know what I mean? And they can't do it because the government said, oh, no, you can't do that, mate. We said so. Got any good reasons for that? No, we just said so. Fuck you. Do as you're told. So, yeah, and there should be definitely a different treatment for these different kind of people. But then everybody could lie and be like, oh, it's just medicinal. I'm selling it for medicinal. Might be full of shit. But even if they are full of shit, they're only... they're not forcing anybody to have it, are they? In a video to his followers posted on Wednesday, Cunningham said he first discovered the benefits of plant medicines following a shift in consciousness, in 2015, and later spent time in Nepal, India, and Africa bettering himself and learning about plant medicines and indigenous people's way of life. He sounds like a cool guy. I'm kind of sad we haven't had this guy on the show. What the fuck? He went on to highlight how psilocybin, the psychoactive compound found in magic mushrooms, is now being researched in clinical trials as a potential treatment for depression and other psychiatric conditions. In July, Germany introduced the EU's first compassionate use program for psilocybin-assisted therapy in treatment-resistant depression, while other global jurisdictions have passed laws to legalise psilocybin for medical use. And it should be. I mean, with proper education, don't just legalize them and let everybody have them. People need to know. If you're going to go over 3.5 grams, you're going to have a different experience than just having 1 gram. Be very careful with this shit. Be light with it. People need to be told proper education is important. But I know people, someone who isn't me, their wife, just like a third of a gram of mushroom. She's been enjoying that this last couple of weeks. There's a little third of a gram of mushroom every few days or so. And just keeps you smiling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. No, not my wife, somebody else's. Cunningham described it as hypocrisy at its finest. I did everything openly. I didn't deny what I was doing, he said. My view on it was that it's against our human rights to deny us the medicines that are known to have therapeutic components which could heal us. While Cunningham has openly claimed that cannabis cures cancer, there is no robust scientific evidence to support this. No, because you fuckers won't do the tests. Anyway, that doesn't say that in the article. That's me. Random outburst there, everybody. In the UK, medical cannabis is not prescribed to treat cancer, rather to help manage the symptoms such as pain and anxiety, as well as the side effects of other treatments such as chemotherapy. It's crazy how they would, they give people chemotherapy and shit, but are questioning whether they should allow them to have cannabis. Like, oh, we're just going to poison your body so the cells start to die? Yeah, but you're supposed to stay off the cannabis because, it's bad for you. Are you fucking taking the piss? Jesus. Yeah, so fair play to this guy. I don't think cannabis or mushrooms should be illegal the way they are. They should be controlled substances. I don't think you should give them to anybody and be like, carry on. But, there's no reason why this shit should be illegal. And this guy, I think he's just doing a public service. You know what I mean? He's out there trying to get people safe access because maybe he's a little bit more spiritual about it. You know what I mean? He wants to make sure people are getting high quality mushrooms that haven't got any bullshit added to them, or they're getting high quality cannabis. They're using it for medicine. He's not got pesticides. He's gone through the effort to make sure that it's good shit without any sand blasted onto it, like we had that one year in the UK. You remember that, Billy? Remember there was increasing the weight of cannabis by blasting it with sand? Remember that?
Yeah, man. I remember all that. Fucking assholes.
You know what I mean? So this matters, man. We need more good people in the community. And as I said as well, we got through the whole article. No mention of a victim. Nobody's gone out there and been like, oh, this guy gave me dodgy mushrooms.
Just people
this guy gave me dodgy weed. Yeah, just 4,600 people who felt a positive impact on their lives from this guy. Bullshit, man. That's fucked.
They've created victims by him not being out to help others.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, they're the new victims.
Because you think those people are not going to use now? They're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you surely would have learned this by now over these 50 years of this war on drugs they've been having. Like when you remove somebody who was supplying it, they just find somebody else. It's just a gap in the market. It's bullshit.
Also,
man.
surprisingly enough, the Solicitor General has just been appointed on the 6th of September this year. So literally, like a few weeks they've been in the job, and this is what they're doing.
Wow.
And they're a They was a Labour MP, surprisingly, cunts.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Not surprising, is it? New to the job.
Yeah.
Like, that's not harsh enough.
Yeah.
Doing more, bloody druggies.
Wow. That's fucked. Wow.
That's what it is, cunts.
Yeah. Let's talk about something else then, Billy. Let's move on. Talk about it. What's these workers' rights and medical cannabis? What's going on there? This is an interesting one.
Yeah, so basically, workers' rights and medical cannabis, the role of the unions, basically, in protecting patients. So the conversation around workers' rights and medical cannabis is still basically at an early stage because obviously it's only just started. So even though it's been like 6 years now, the conversation around workers' rights and medical cannabis is at the early stage in the UK, despite the fact that thousands of patients now access cannabis-based medicines legally through prescription. The framework remains poorly understood by many unions and especially employers alike. So the limited awareness among unions. So unions play an important role, obviously, in the advocating for employees and upholding their rights in the workplace, because basically that's their job of the union, is to uphold your rights. And this is particularly important for those with chronic illness, disabilities, and other factors that may affect their job or to continue for them to experience additional challenges at work. So obviously the union needs to back these people up. So, however, awareness within the unions of the UK medical cannabis framework and the specific challenges which these patients experience remains limited.
It's ridiculous as well. After 8 years, man. No, 7 years. We said this last time. It's 7 years it's been legal, right? Yeah. Since 2018.
Yeah, 7 years this year.
7 years, and people in workplaces are still not aware of the fucking rules. It's a farce, man.
Stupid, isn't it?
Mm.
So many union representatives are not yet confident that the legal and clinical details which make the difference to them to advocate effectively on their behalf. So they just don't know what to talk about. So when there's like, how do I represent someone in something I don't know? to represent them in. So the lack of education obviously is unexpected given the relatively new area of the medicine. So, however, the engagement on behalf of unions has also been sporadic and as yet have emerged, especially sort of very not very active on the scene, basically. So, medical cannabis patients often report challenges in the workplace as a result of the lack of awareness and limited education around cannabis based medical products and the legitimacy of these treatments. Because a lot of workers don't even realise that it's legal, and so their
Mm-hmm.
bosses are like, what do you mean you're stoned off your head?" Like, so the most pressing workplace issue comes up normally is related to the drug testing stigma
Mm-hmm.
and the absence of the clear policies that process to follow when the employee is prescribed with cannabis-based medicine. So yeah, you're going to fail that one, aren't you? So even when someone holds a valid prescription, the default assumption is often that cannabis uses equates to impairment. This
Mm-hmm.
creates unnecessary barriers, particularly in safety critical industries such as transport and construction. Yeah, you can't drive a forklift like, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you had a vape last night, it's just like that's stupid, isn't it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so where the consequences of misunderstanding the effects of these treatments are especially serious. So patients have been known to lose their jobs, obviously, and to have severe restrictions placed on them after disclosing their prescription to the employer without any effect to the understand its impact beyond assumptions about potential impairment. So obviously the employer is going to be worried because they don't know nothing about cannabis and they're just going to think you're going to be like some stoned off it dude, like, in it really. So,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously they're going to not really understand what it is as
Yeah,
well. So you
and there'll
can't
be the
blame the
stigma,
employer too much.
and they might even allow it to happen, but still, they'll mock you a little, like, oh, fucking stoned, I've
Yeah.
been on that wacky backy, or shit like that. When you wouldn't see it
Also,
happening when people are taking regular painkillers, you know.
yeah, they won't give you certain jobs to do because they feel like you won't be capable for that
Mm.
reason, and you won't get promoted as well because of
Mm-hmm.
that. Sort of the unfair treatment is obviously a big part of that. And it goes on to say that here as well, and it says patients should not be left to fight these battles alone, basically. So Relief is the guy we talked to before about helping these people,
Mm-hmm.
the medical cannabis clinic, and this is where he was going to sort of start stepping into the realm of supporting patients in the workplace and sort of become their union representative as such. So, and it is part of his remit to be help the responsibility and also give patients the information to deal with these challenges as well. So to
Mm-hmm.
provide them the information to give to human resources to engage with them directly as well, to explain their legal positions as well. So it's sort of like enable the patient to have the knowledge beforehand, so they can maybe have a little package they can hand to their employer and say, "This is all the information you need," sort of thing. And this is what covers you legally. This is what covers you, like this is what covers me legally, and like this is how much it cost you if you sack me, like sort of thing. So I think that's the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most urgent clarification is the drug testing what needs to be done because due to the length of time that the THC can stay present in the bloodstream, it's like particularly among patients who may be taking higher doses, it's important to employers to understand that they need to measure impairment, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
simply by presence. The presence doesn't mean impairment,
That's
basically.
right.
That's what they've got to underpin these in the workplace. Clinics can also and should play a constructive role in helping to improve education because obviously they're supplying the drugs, so they need to then supply the information to keep the
Yeah,
patient
yeah.
protected, shouldn't they?
Like,
Yeah.
here's a leaflet for your employer.
Yeah, basically, yeah,
You know.
and that's what they're saying, and they should be more proactive in that sort of means. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so if you do live in the UK and you are having work issues, and that Relief Medical Cannabis Clinic is the best place to to contact, really, to be honest. And they'll be able to the guy will be able to give you all the information on it all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a shame that people are still suffering the stigma of this shit. Just using
yeah,
cannabis legally, jump through all the hoops, but still getting shit at work. Still suffering stigma. It's bad, man. Because, like I say, I've said many times in the show how I took gabapentin once. You know, because the missus has them. She didn't take them often, but I took one. Calm down, Billy. Gosh, I took one because I had a bit of back pain or whatever. I can't remember. It was so long ago, and it just fucked me up so bad. Fucked me up so bad, man. I was like, I ain't ever taking one of them again. Jesus. But people can take those and work on them, and nobody does anything. Nobody says, "Oh, you've taken one of them gabapentins, haven't you?" Like, no, you just get away with it because they can't smell it and they haven't got stigma behind it.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. And again, it's affecting people with promotion and stuff as well, which is really
Yeah, yeah,
unfair. Because
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that, like you being totally good at your job, been there for years, and he's like, oh, he started using that wacky backy. I can't promote him now.
Mm.
So it's like, it's just bullshit.
It is bullshit. But you want to know what
Stigma.
else is bullshit? No, sorry, I didn't mean that. Let me change what I was going to say. I just want to say thank you to our great and powerful leader, Keir Starmer, for the efforts he's putting in on behalf of the public to keep us all safe and to keep cannabis away from us and the children. Thank you,
Keeping us
great and
safe.
powerful leader. We appreciate you.
Do we click our
Starmer,
heels together and salute or something towards him? I'm not
well,
sure
you should have already been standing
yeah?
to attention.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure if I could.
once you
my
say
heels
his
together
name,
as
you got to
well.
stand up and stand to
right.
attention.
Yeah, I was.
Starmer
honestly.
defends votes. Sorry. Sir Keir Starmer defends votes
Yeah,
for
don't
16-year-old.
just call him Starmer. That's a bit like derogatory. That is like he's got some rent boys or something. Starmer, the rent boy man. Like,
Yeah. Allegedly. Starmer defends votes for 16-year-olds and says he will not legalise cannabis. So, in case anybody outside of the UK isn't aware, that they want to reduce the voting age down to 16 now because the majority, Labour is like the left
Labour
party of
nonsense.
the UK. And that's for you guys in the USA, or people might understand US politics more. That's like the Democrats. And then we have the Tories, which are like the Republicans. Only similar. They're very different still, but one's the left side, one's the right side. So the Labour are the left, and the Tories are the right, and they're the biggest parties. So Keir Starmer legalizing voting for 16-year-olds is because most of the 16-year-olds are very liberal. They're going to vote for the left, but it's only small. It's a small amount. It's like 2% of the voting population in the UK is between 16 and 18. So it's still a small amount, and that's if they even go out and all vote. But it's enough to make a difference in some places, probably. But realistically, Labour's shit, Tories are shit. All the fucking governments that we have here in the UK are all shit. Sorry, I didn't mean any of that.
Allegedly.
Sorry, they are all fucking great, and they've done absolutely amazing things for the UK in the last 20 years. We're very lucky to have them all around.
It's been brilliant since 1984.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Wink,
fucking
wink,
awesome.
nudge, nudge,
Yes,
and all
yes.
of that.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, let's take a look at this story here. Sir Keir Starmer has insisted the government will not legalise cannabis and defended his plans to give 16 and 17-year-olds the vote, as he took questions from teenagers. So he went to a school for whatever reason. The Prime Minister met students from Liverpool to answer their questions ahead of Labour's party conference in the city. Speaking at the Liverpool Echo newspaper offices, Sir Keir was asked if he would consider legalising cannabis. No, I'm afraid not. What answer did you want me to give? He replied. He's such a good guy. Sir Keir then asked the students to put their hands up if they would support legalising cannabis. He joked, there's probably a few hands that would have gone up if the cameras weren't on here. But no, we're not going down that route. So, he stood there, he's asked the kids, so anybody, and they put their hands up, probably a fair selection of them put their hands up, and then he's like, tough. Fuck you little shits, I'm going to give you the right to vote, but not on that. Fuck yeah.
They probably took notes and then arrested them all afterwards.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're all being they're on curfew now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, we're not doing that. The Prime Minister was also asked about his plans to give 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote in general elections. He replied, lots of people say, oh, it would be terrible if you give 16-year-olds the vote. Why don't you shut up, you prick? It won't. It just, man, this guy just irritates me so much. I'm sorry. It won't. It already happens in Scotland, already happens in Wales, and the sky didn't fall. And cannabis is legal
That's for
in
local elections, you know.
fucking 23 different states in the USA at least for recreational use. It's legal in, well, not legal, but we have Amsterdam as well. We've got Spain, got Germany. The sky hasn't fallen there either, Sir Keir Starmer. So how about we get some fucking legalization here as well, please? But no. The PM asked for the opinion of the audience on the plans, with one teenager telling him they did not agree with extending the franchise to 16 to 17-year-olds. Sir Keir replied, "Arrest that child." No. Sir Keir replied, "I disagree with you. I just met so many 16 to 17-year-olds who are really switched on, really engaged, and want to have a say in their future. Politics is about millions of lives across the country. It is very much about the lives of young people, because the decisions that we make today are going to affect the world in which we are going to be adults in. You're going to work in, and all the rest of it. So I have to disagree on this one." But yes, there we go. There we go, everybody. That's what's going on in that story. So again, it's like an update. There's still no news of the Labour Party going to legalise cannabis in the UK anytime soon, and they are still going to be in power for 4 years until the next general election, unless they call one sooner. And there's no fucking way they're going to call one sooner, because they will lose. That's what all the studies say anyway, so they're terrified. They can't call a general election. The only way it's going to happen is if the king is like, "Oh, we're dissolving parliament because this is just a farce now. We need to do a general election." And that isn't going to happen either. So we're looking at, with this Labour government for the next 4 years. And there's no other party. I mean, they've got Green Party, I'm sure they would legalise, and the Liberal Democrats, they might legalise as well, but they're just minor parties. They ain't going to win no election. So the next one, judging by statistics, it's looking like Reform would, if there was an election today, Reform would probably win. They have no plans to legalise cannabis either.
You do have a chance with Farage, because he always states the fact that because drugs are illegal, if you know what I mean. It's like it's stupid arresting drug dealers, because they're just going to be replaced by another drug dealer. If you know what I mean. It doesn't cure the problem, sort of thing. So he understands that side of things. So
Yeah.
there is a small chance, but that's
Very
the
small
same as the
chance.
Lib Dems. We had a small chance with them, and they did their manifesto and still didn't do it. So it's even slimmer than that. So yeah, it's just hearsay. We have a chance, but
yeah, no, just one more time.
I think we've probably got more chance of heading into a gulag than really them legalizing, to be honest. I reckon.
Well, there we go. Let's see what happens. Just again, thank you to Sir Keir Starmer, the great and powerful leader, for keeping us and our children safe from that devil cannabis. Yes. Anyway, we've got one more then, Billy. I don't think Margaret made it to the news. Oh, she's not sitting in the Zoom room. No, she hasn't. No. So, yeah, you want to?
You've been sitting there, Margaret's waiting.
I've been here 20 minutes, you pricks. We got this one more from Leafly. You want to talk about the one Margaret was bringing?
I suppose I have to then, don't I? Really?
I suppose.
Do we have to talk about Canada?
Yeah, we do. We do really.
Canadian land.
Right.
So, yeah. So research conducted by the Canadian government has revealed that the cannabis industry contributed to 16 billion to the country's gross domestic product, the GDP, and supported 227,000 jobs. That's 250,000 jobs, basically. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, isn't it? 250,000 jobs, and that's just in a small market as well. So a report produced by the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, the Business Data Lab, found that every dollar of increased output in the cannabis industry adds $1.06 to the Canadian GDP. So 6 cents on top of every dollar. That's quite good spent. That's a lot. That's all the tax, I assume, they're collecting as well. So in total, the cannabis sector generated 29 billion in output, with 26 billion from production activities and 3 billion from retail. That's quite a lot, isn't it? 3 billion just from retail. Like, that's just Joe Bloggs buying it. That's a lot of money. So the substantial output was driven by 15.1 billion in direct sales an additional in 14 billion in combined indirect and induced ripple effect throughout the economy, whatever that is. The economic impact breaks down into three categories. Direct operations generated 8.4 billion and 168,000 jobs. The supply chain, 4.4 billion with 30,000 jobs. And the consumer spending was 3.2 billion with, again, 30,000 jobs. So that's quite a lot, isn't it, really, to be
Yeah.
honest?
I mean,
30,000
it's not
jobs
something
in
you would
just,
want to lose in your economy.
yeah,
And
30,000 people just being like bud tenders.
what's the
As
population of
such,
Canada?
really.
It's not a lot of people, is it?
No, not really. It's quite small. We're not, no, yeah, you're gonna have to GBT that or whatever it is you do.
GPT that shit. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
get some fingers out on that.
What is the population of Canada? Oh,
It exceeds the forestry and logging as well.
wow, really? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then that's a lot what Canada do is forestry and logging. It's one of their
41,
biggest.
41 million people.
Wow.
So I would
That's
say
not
that's
a lot,
half. I
is it?
mean, the
That's
UK,
half
they
the
say
UK.
there's, well, no, allegedly, mate. I think
Yeah,
there's a lot
allegedly
more people
70.
than that in the
There's
UK.
80 million. There's another 10 million on top of
Well,
what they say.
quick tangent. According to studies from like Aldi, Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencers, and then the sewage as well, with the amount of
Yeah.
food that gets bought and the amount of shit that gets poured out, they say there's at least 100 million people in the UK. But the census only tells us about 65 to 70 million. But there's so many people here that just don't get accounted for because of whatever reason. So, yeah. I mean, I would say it's half. Let's just say 80 million people in the UK. But, yeah, so half of that. So if this happened in the UK, it would be double. It would be 500,000 jobs and 30 billion in revenue or something. Add 30 billion to the GDP. It's a shitload of fucking money, man. We could definitely do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a high value industry, they state here, and it's already delivering with what the Prime Minister's One Canadian Economy vision calls for, a nationally integrated high value industry that's built in Canada. So obviously they want stuff built in Canada to be sold within Canada and obviously make money for Canada. And this fits into that remit. And adult use of cannabis was legalized in 2018. And the first 3 months of 25, the industry contributed to 9.1 billion already to the Canada's GDP, with a 10% increase in cannabis production. So, like, again, Canada's could unlock over 13.3 billion for the UK economy. It's mad.
Mm-hmm. And a time when we need it because the country is pretty poor right now. And what are we
Yeah,
borrowing?
totally.
It says something crazy like we're borrowing 70 million a day or something. And it's at least 70,000 a second. 7,000 a second? I don't know. Look at me just throwing fucking random numbers out there. I don't know. The UK is borrowing a shitload of money right now. They are not in the good part. You know, they're in the red. They're spending more than they're bringing in. So we need to figure a way to bring in some money. This is a fucking great way to do it, you know?
Yep. Perfect way to do it. 13 million, they reckon, straight away, instantly.
Yeah.
But they won't fucking do it.
No, they won't do it. Well, at least they're bringing in that ID card so, you know, people can't work illegally.
I suppose, yeah, that's true. We might be able to get them. Once
yeah.
they get the ID cards, then they'll be able to know everyone who's buying the weed legally with their ID.
That's right.
So they might sell it then to you.
Everything will be
You've
fixed
got your
then.
ID card.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice.
A lot.
Thanks again, Keir Starmer. A great and supreme leader.
Was you standing up?
Of course.
When you said that?
Of course.
Yeah. Good.
We make jokes, everybody, but it's crazy here. You know?
Well, they're not jokes, really, are they?
No, they're not. That's it. It's just trying to soften the blow. Gosh, crazy times, man. And it's just shocking to see that we still don't have legal cannabis. Jesus, man. And the amount of money that can be brought into the economy here. God damn. And maybe it'll calm things down.
Crazy,
or maybe that's what they don't want. They don't want us to calm down, do they? Damn shame.
I still think I'd be in the gulag before they fucking legalise it.
It's a possibility, mate. What can you do? I mean, especially with the things we talk about, you know? It's just some forum
Allegedly.
news. It hurt my soul every time you say "Sir Macky." Hey, careful what you're saying out there, Firetype. That's an arrestable offence.
Yeah. How dare you?
Seedsman Grow Up is over. That's it. It's done. All the diaries are done. I've got
Oh,
all the
it's
links
done.
put together. Yeah, it's done. And I've been through all the diaries, picked out the ones that fit the criteria. So the vote will be going up tomorrow. I'll put it up in the admin section and had people check it over. Make sure that all the links are good and they agree with my list and stuff. So yeah, I'll get them up. And we also have a special Barney's Farm grow off coming soon as well for the UK and Europe. Not for the US just yet. We got something else going on there. So if you are interested in participating in the Barney's Farm grow off, you're going to get sent 2 packets of 5 seeds of 2 different strains, unless you only want one because you can only grow 1 strain. Whatever, just let us know over on Percy'sGrowroom.com if you're a member over there. We would prefer you to have a diary already up and running. But, if you're a long-term member of the podcast, a listener, or if you're a member of the forum for a while, we might be able to get you in there. We're looking for like 10, 12 people. That would be cool if we can get that many in, because it's only UK based. So it's we need to find that many people who have got some space in their grow tents. So get other persons to find out. Interviews. We've got Brandon Rust coming on. Brandon Rust, he's been on the show before. Real cool guy, man. He knows his shit about Bukashi and just growing cannabis in general. But I've been seeing him put posts up on Instagram lately about his personal life and the shit he's been through, like his childhood and his parents. It's so crazy shit. That man's been through a lot, man. And I was like, bro, can I get you on the show and we can talk about that? Because we talk about cannabis a lot. It's good to take a little break from that and get to know the people behind the cannabis. So I want to get Brandon Rust on and just go into details, about why he does what he does and, his life, man. That's going to be an interesting one. That will be happening soon in a week or so. He's booked in. Trying to get Breeder Steve booked in. I've sent him all the links and everything. He just needs to pick a date because we haven't spoke to Breeder Steve for a while either. So I want to get him back on too. And we'll talk about what happened in Thailand and see if it's affected his businesses out there and stuff. Always a good session with Breeder Steve. Just looking for suggestions now as well for who should we get on the show. Let me know. Right, any other news than that, Billy? I think that's everything, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is all the news, isn't it? Yeah. So it says
Nice
in the
then.
show notes anyway.
Yeah, that's right. What show notes? We do this off the cuff.
Oh right, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, man. So let's go to a smoke break for 10 minutes. Let's do it.
Yes, do it.
Nice. Yeah, good timing. Oh, we did it in good time. 6 articles we got through there. That's quite a few.
Was it?
Nice. Yeah, we got through all 6. Yeah.
It ain't too bad. Once you start chatting shit, it goes smoothly.
That's right. That's right. It's just fucked up, man. Shit going on in the UK here right now.
Yeah, well, what can we do? Just carry on, I suppose.
What can we do? I think that's it. People are just carrying on, and that's the problem. But anyway, that's a different story. We're seeing the guy getting... When so many people, 4,600 people come out to sign a petition to say about the guy has been a positive impact on the community, and they not only give him an 18-month suspended sentence, but call him back 6 months over to 6 months later to throw him in jail.
That fucking ate me up a bit. It's like, what a complete cunt you are, and especially her being new to the job.
Yeah.
So to me, that his case was before she got into. She's like looking back at things. Oh, that's not good enough. Yeah. Fucking degenerate junkies. It's like, what a complete cunt. It's like, and people think women are nice. It's like, where's her motherly? But if you get what I mean, like she's a woman just got into a job.
Women are nice.
No, but it's true though. It's like, when women get into
one
power,
bitch,
yeah, but it is. They say, when women get into power, things have changed for the nice. It's like, well, she's got into power, and the first thing she's done is completely fuck over some dude's life, was helping people. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just fucking bullshit.
It is.
It's
bullshit,
like everything's a myth. Do you know what I mean? The government are not there to help you. This sort of thing. They say they are, and they're not. It's like the newspapers are there to report the truth. They don't. It's like everything we hear and see from like we're told as kids is almost a lie from the start. Like we're told Father Christmas is fucking true. We're just lied to from children from the start, and as soon as you get to adults, you find out everything's bullshit. Basically,
everything's bullshit, and nobody actually knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, and that's I think the issue you have as an adult. That's what you got to. That's what being an adult is trying to deal with all that bullshit. The
It's just
fact
trying
that
to
everything you thought
pretend
of
to
as a
the kids
child
that,
was
yeah, we know
fake.
what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're pretending to the kids think, oh, don't worry, the adults know what's going on. They're in charge. They're all
That's right.
smarter than me. It's like, nah, mate. There's probably fucking loads of 11-year-olds out there that's smarter than the majority of fucking adults. I tell you, my dumb adults out there. I thought I didn't think I was that intelligent when I was a kid, and then I become an adult. I met lots of other adults, and I'm like, fucking
Oh
hell,
shit! Greengrocer
shit.
there in the chat. He says, "What do you
Some
mean
real dumb
Santa's not
people out
real?
there.
You've probably gone and fucked him up,
Oh
man.
yeah,
No,
shit,
you
yeah.
just on the TV show, mate. That's all he's talking about. TV show, not real life.
On the yeah, not in real life,
He
mate.
wasn't talking about Santa Claus. Santa Claus is definitely
Yeah,
real. All right, yeah. And he was
yeah.
talking about a character on TV show. That's all. We won't talk about it again. We don't offer any spoilers. All right.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But
Don't watch
yes,
that TV show because
Santa
you'll
Claus
find
definitely
out he's
real.
not
Don't
real.
worry, bro. Don't worry.
You get your presents this week,
Yeah,
next summer,
Santa Monica. That was the one we
October.
were talking
When
about.
is it?
Thanks, me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh God, have
Oh,
you seen
fucking
all the?
Halloween, mate.
Yeah, have you seen it? It's been in the shop for a couple of weeks. All these Halloween decorations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, it's like,
so there's been
and you
Christmas
know,
ones too, wankers.
yeah, it's like
But
what the
Halloween
fuck,
is
man.
everywhere.
Yeah, never used to be
Like
like that. It used to be
autumn
like a
colours.
few days coming up to Halloween to start seeing shit in the shop, and then it's gone a few days after. Now it's
No, mate. As soon as bank holidays out the way of Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff is out on the shop shelves,
yeah,
man.
it never used to
It's
be like
there,
that, though,
whack.
did it?
No, never used to be like that, but it is now. Shove it in your face early. Get as much money as they can. Economy's dying. They need it. That's what
That's
they're
right.
saying. All the shops are dead, basically. They're all scraping
know,
past.
right?
Man, loads of places are shutting
Wow.
down. They're everywhere.
For real, for real.
Yeah, man. High streets are dying. Everyone's doing stuff online as well.
Yeah, it's madness, man.
Mm.
Who knows what it's going to be like in 20 years' time? Who knows?
Yep. Where are we going to buy our socks from, man? Are you meant to fill the
Amazon.
fabrics? Yeah, but you can't fill the fabric on Amazon. Rubbing the screen ain't the same.
Very true.
Unless they're going to have like one of them scratch and sniff things, boards. They invent one of them.
That's something I'm having trouble with now because my pressure cooker broke. I need to get a new pressure cooker, but I need it to go to 15 psi, and I need it to be big enough. It's like I have to go somewhere and see the thing to make sure
get
it's
your
good
tape
enough.
measure out and all of that.
You know what I mean? Take a few jars with me, put some jars. Can I fit 3 jars in here?
Can I fit my jar in there? Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And these things ain't cheap now. We're looking at least £60, at least anything up to 200 quid for a fucking decent pressure cooker. What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
So yeah, so I don't want to just look at one on Amazon because I've been doing that. And then what if it arrives and it only goes to 12 psi? Like, this isn't fucking any good for me. I need 15. So I need to go out somewhere. Yeah, and actually get some. What can you do, man? Fuck, found most only do to, you know what I mean? Greengrocer, most only do 12 psi. It's not enough. You need it 15. So yeah, and that's what I'm out there looking for now.
Bastards. Yeah, it's just bullshit. You can't. There ain't even nowhere to go anymore to like warehouses and all that. They're all right close. We're lucky we've got a couple of places in Cornwall near us, but like even still, generally, like it's just all just crap, like fucking B&M and places like that, isn't it?
What's the pressure cooker for? That's for sterilizing grain for growing completely legal button mushrooms and chanterelles.
Yeah.
Yes. Missing Margaret. Yes. Should be here soon, hopefully. Yeah.
But comes, John's not here. Is he on some sort of like
he's
weekend or something?
He's helping his family with something.
Oh, what?
Family shit he had to be dealing with today. He's not even in the chat, busy. Hopefully he'll be back next week. He's out there driving a lot as well, and he's doing this like farm simulator in real life or something. Well, I'll get you a 15 psi pressure cooker if you can find me a vape distributor that won't rip me off. Yeah, good luck, Viking. I'll carry on with my own mission. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I should be able to find one. I want to get a replacement of the one I had because it was fucking great. It just broke one day, because they got these seals on to make sure it doesn't get too hot, and the seal broke, man. Fucking thing burst.
It got too hot.
Yeah, must have. And then I'm thinking it's like solder, from a soldering iron. It's like that. That's what the cap was, and it must have got too hot melted. And I'm thinking, could I just replace the seal with some solder? But I don't want to take that risk. I don't know what that would do to it. The safety of things there for a reason. So just gonna have to go find a new one. Am I able to fix it? I don't think so.
You did write to Jimmo as a kid, so
Huh?
I said you write to Jimmo as a kid. You asked him to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never did. Yeah. Anyway, I will find one. What do you think of the Brit ID? Love it, mate. Fantastic idea. It's gonna
Yeah,
save. It's gonna
everyone should
save
get
us
an
all.
ID card.
It's gonna save us all.
Don't
Yeah.
need my passport and like driving license at all. I need
Yeah.
a new ID
National
card,
insurance
man.
number. You can't work legally in
Yeah.
the UK unless you got a national insurance number. So that's already keeping loads of people from working illegally in our shadow economy. So to get the digital ID in there, it's gonna solve so many problems. So many problems. Yeah. But we're being really
I,
sarcastic. I hope you can tell we're
I
being really
can't wait
fucking
to see
sarcastic.
what if your social credit score is going to be out of 100 or 1,000.
Yeah.
So what's the scoring system? Because I want to I hope it's out of 1,000 because then I can sit at 420, isn't it? Everyone's going to be
Well,
aiming for that, isn't they?
my daughter
Might
was
as
asking me
well.
about it today. Like, what's this for? Is it going to be a good thing? I'm like, we don't know. It's going to offer them more control, and you can be pretty sure that digital currency and social credit score is going to be part of this in the future. Going to implement little bit by bit, aren't they? And I explained to her, I'm like, so say for example, they want you to reduce your carbon footprint, and you've gone and spent 50 quid by putting petrol in your car this week. And then you go into the garage and they scan your digital ID to make sure that it's you, and then you pay for your shit, and then it's like, you've already bought £50 worth of petrol this week. You cannot purchase anymore. You know what I mean? And then you're fucked, right? Then you can't fill up your car when you need to get places because they've given you a limit, and if you go over it, then you're done. Or you,
Yeah,
you go
you've
to the
travelled your
supermarket.
420
Yeah.
miles this week.
Yeah, you had a barbecue this week, and you cooked up some nice steaks, some burgers, and then you're like, oh, now I want to go and just get some beef mince to make some fucking lasagna. And it's like, oh, you already bought this much beef this week. You've exceeded your limit to keep your carbon footprint low. You cannot purchase anymore. I think that's where it's going to end up.
I think that's a bit unfair anyway, because people with smaller shoes will have less of a footprint, wouldn't they? They can go
That's
further.
very true. Very true.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bullshit that is.
I think
I want equality. That's where it is.
good luck with that. It's bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. We live in the UK.
It's crazy. Total recall.
Total recall. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
They're going to keep track of everything. Yeah, because cashless society is slowly making its way out. That's not going to be a thing anymore. You know what I mean? Even like the homeless, the beggars on the street, and some of them have got like chip and pin cards now. It's like, sorry,
You
man, I
can
got
have
no
card
change. Like,
readers.
all right, I got card reader. Right. No, thanks, mate. You know, I don't want to give anybody my bank details. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that? That's essentially what you're doing when you're scanning these things. You check the ATM before you put your card in to make sure that it ain't got one of them scanners on it. You just want you to beat things, man. Agenda 2030. You know what I'm saying? We should cover that on the
Allegedly,
conspiracy
no
show or
such
something.
thing.
Allegedly, yeah. What are you talking about,
What are
Gilbert?
you
You
talking about, mate?
conspiracy theorist. Yes. Sound like far right nutcase conspiracy theorist. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And we all know that's not chill, but but yeah, man. Agenda 2030 is a real thing, and this is what I said to my daughter as well. I was like, you know what the WEF is? World Economic Forum. She's like, no, what's that? I'm like, okay, go and look up who they are and what they want, and it'll all start making a lot more sense of why things are going the way they are. So she looked that up.
Wasn't Hulk Hogan the leader of that?
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah, yeah, that was it. I knew I knew him before. That was it.
Madness,
They changed
man.
their name. Confused everyone.
Do you remember that? WCW and WWF, wasn't it? And it got put
Yeah.
into W. What's it called now? World End.
I don't know. I
WWE
haven't
it
got a
is
clue.
now. WWE.
WWE is it
Yeah,
now, yeah?
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Man,
Well,
back in the day, back in the
yeah,
day.
Smee says WWE. So,
Yeah. Man, used to love
fuck.
watching wrestling when I was a kid. It's not like I ever really thought it was real, but it's still
Ultimate
entertainment.
Warrior,
It's like, yeah, man, Jake the
clotheslining
Snake.
everyone.
I mean, remember when was it Lex Luthor body slammed Yokozuna on the Navy ship? Remember that
Oh, God,
WrestleMania?
yeah, yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Fuck it out. Remember that?
Mr. Perfect.
Remember when the Undertaker and Mick Foley, Mankind, was fighting the Hell in the Cell, one of the best matches of all time, man. Jesus. And Mankind, he falls through the Hell in the Cell, lands in the ring,
I think
climbs back up there to get fucking slammed through again.
we
Jesus,
knew
slammed through
wrestling
the announcer's table. Jesus.
before it even bloody the Undertaker was in it. Even though he's a legend and he was
Mm-hmm.
one of the early ones, there was still a lot of
Crazy,
people
bro.
about.
Crazy.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he was funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hacksaw was funny, man. It's strange that even Mr.
Back in
T
the
was a
day.
wrestler.
Let's go Cena, you know what I mean? John Cena.
John Cena, yeah, but
Yeah,
he's new rather than old school.
he is new. That's right. And there's a lot of people out there who are like, what
Legion
about
of
John
Doom.
Cena's new? Because he's been in it for 20 years. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
a
he's still
new
new.
wrestler to us, isn't he? I would say he
Yeah,
was a new.
yeah, he's a new
He's the
wrestler to
new
us,
breed
yeah.
of wrestler. Yeah.
He's a new breed of wrestler. Even The Rock is a new breed of wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would say so as well.
He's not Legion of Doom, is he?
With
Exactly.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the
You
Hitman,
know what I
shit.
mean?
British Bulldog.
There's that Shawn Michaels. Remember Shawn? I'm
Shawn
just
Michaels
a sexy
as
boy.
well.
Sexy
Yeah.
boy. Tune Andre the Giant.
Oh,
Know what
Andre
I'm
the
saying?
Giant, he was a fucking
Jesus.
legend. He was a nice bloke
Look
as
at
well,
this.
but
God damn.
still, man.
This episode just turned
Rockers,
into
yeah.
nostalgic wrestling talk, man. There's going to be half the audience is going to be like, what the fuck are they talking about? The other half is going to be like, fuck yeah, wrestling. I fucking love the wrestling.
Randy Savage.
Oh, man.
Good old fucking
Wow.
Randy Savage.
It was good shit back in the day, because you were young. And
Bushwhackers,
you
yeah.
could
You can
kind of.
imagine Bushwhackers definitely had mushrooms, man. They were
Mhm.
crazy. They were crazy, funny fucks.
They were all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Chris Benoit happened, and then that got dark, Wow.
Yeah, then it
And
got dark.
remember
yeah.
Owen Hart, man? Owen Hart, where
Owen Hart,
he
man.
fell down
Hart
the fucking thing,
Foundation.
died in the ring. Remember that? Jesus.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
dark.
wow.
Sorry about that, Viking. Sorry about that. I know he's sensitive. Jesus. There's a blue mini. Yeah, good TV, man. I used to enjoy. I wouldn't watch it now.
Are you still watching Twilight Zone?
Oh yeah, you're on a few episodes through season 2.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good shit. We were talking about the other day. This was an interesting one. I don't know if you've seen it because they've got the 80s Twilight Zone as well, and an episode just jumped to my mind about seeing before, and it's like, what's that fucking episode where the guy brings a button round to the house and he's like, if you press this button, we'll give you $200,000, but somebody you don't know will die. And then I had the conversation. I had this conversation with my boy, innit? I'm like, it's a good episode. We should watch it. And then we watched it. And before the episode, he was like, yeah, I'll press that button 5 times. I'll get all this money. Then after the episode, he's like, yeah, I don't think I'd press that, There's so many things you have to think about. Like, somebody is going to die. You don't know who that person's going to be. You know what I mean? You don't know if it's going to be an old man, a mother with children, or a child itself. Would you want that money knowing that is on you? Yeah, but good episode. It's called Button, and you can watch it on YouTube. If you search for Button Twilight Zone, then you'll find it and you can watch it. The video isn't great. It's fuzzy, but it's a good story. If you haven't seen it, definitely go and watch that. It's a good fucking episode. Button, it's called. You can check it out as well, but you haven't seen it, have you?
No, I'll probably see it as younger, but I haven't seen it recently. So you have to send me all the links to that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been watching the ones from 1959. That's what I watched. I just finished season 1. A few episodes through season 2. Good TV, man. Good TV. It's very rare to come across an episode that you didn't enjoy,
I watched Battlestar Galactica again Mr. Weed
Sweet.
Viking. And I did enjoy it. You would enjoy it when you watch it again. Trust me,
Mm-mm.
I did very much so.
And V, you remember that
You will
TV
be
show V?
disappointed because it's
Yeah.
not that long. So you will be disappointed. It's not that long. So
Mm-mm.
also you realise how religious it was as well. You're like, whoa, I didn't realise it was that religious, but still, carry on.
Oh, fucking Stargate, man. I fucking love Stargate.
Stargate, yeah, I want to watch that again, but they
Yeah.
charge you for it, mate. It's not this none of this stuff's free on Netflix and all that.
This is why I buy up
So
DVDs, man.
yeah,
I buy,
anything decent, you have to go to fucking
yeah,
charity
yeah.
shops, I reckon.
Yeah,
Start hunting the old
charity shops and
DVD.
CEX, and you can get DVDs
Yeah,
50 pence. For 50
yeah.
pence a pound, you get DVDs. So I'm getting a collection together now. You know, because I want to watch all these great movies with the kids. But anybody who does the same thing as me, that you go to Disney Plus or Amazon Prime, Netflix won't have the really good shit. You know what I mean? You want to watch Green Mile, for example. That's not on Netflix. You have to go,
$3.99,
yeah, 350. You have to pay for that.
HD.
You know what I mean? Oh, you want to watch Sixth Sense? Sixth Sense, a really great movie. Come and watch this. And at 350, I can buy it 50 pence in a fucking charity shop. These in these charity shops, and I bought 5 DVDs for £1, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll scoop that shit up whenever I see
Especially with
something that's good.
PC, and whack your CD and you can play it. It's like
Yeah,
you don't need a
well, I
CD.
do mine from my
Don't need a
PlayStation.
fucking
Because I've got my
yeah. There you
PlayStation
go.
linked up to a projector, so I can watch these
Get in.
things like in a cinema style thing off the wall. I watch it all through projector, and that's the shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's
Looks
why my
good.
Debbie Dallas hasn't come back.
Do what hasn't come back?
That's why I said Debbie Does Dallas hasn't come back.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I love that movie,
Yeah.
bro. Nice one.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I told you the story about my brother, innit? Like I was out buying these DVDs, found a couple of good ones that I wanted. But and then I look at the price and it's like, oh, 5 for £1. And I'm like, fuck, I've only got 2. I need 3. So I get an Officer and a Gentleman, and it was a Patrick Swayze movie, Dirty Dancing, for my mother. Because I'm like, my mother would like, she likes them films. I remember when I was a kid, she used to watch them films. I get those DVDs for her. Then I'm looking for our next one. I'm like, what the fuck else? I don't want any of these. And then there's Brokeback Mountain. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm buying that for my brother. You know?
Yeah,
So it's taking the piss out of him for watching Wednesday. You know, this shit on Netflix, watching Wednesday TV show.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, that song, it's for teenage girls, bro. What are you fucking watching Wednesday for? He was taking the piss, and then I bought in the Brokeback Mountain. I thought, I thought you might want to watch that after you've been watching Wednesday this week. Such a dickhead. Trolled.
Yeah, that's worth
You know what I mean?
the pound itself, isn't it?
No,
really?
20 pence, mate. It's a
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That's worth the whole pound. Like, yeah, that's worth the whole pound, mate.
Exactly.
Everything you got there was free. There was 4 free things, and that was
You know what I
worth
mean?
the pound. Yeah.
Still got the missus to buy it though. She got in the queue. Like, I ain't
Oh,
standing in the
right,
queue
yeah,
buying
too, right,
Brokeback
yeah.
Mountain. That's
No,
weird.
that's there you go. I was just going to ask that. Like I say, who actually paid for it though? Like, who's got the receipt on their credit card that they bought Brokeback Mountain?
Man, I was so tempted the other day. I was in, I don't know, some supermarket, and she bought this massive German sausage. Fucking huge thing it was. It was in
Nah.
Lidl. That's where it was. And that's it. And I was at the checkout, but my boy was with me. So I couldn't make a ridiculously disgusting, dirty joke. You know, because I was just going to go, because it was coming down the thing. I was like, did you not get lube with that? You know, and the fucking hilarious. She would have been so embarrassed. The person behind the counter might have been embarrassed or found it funny. But that would have been
But
peak
either
for
way,
me.
that
I would have
was the
been
joke.
pissing
Yeah,
myself.
totally.
You know what I mean?
I would have done
But
it anyway, mate.
But the boy was there. I was like, oh, I can't fucking do it. So, yeah, I didn't do it. But that would have been fucking hilarious. She would have been so embarrassed. That'd have been funny.
That's what you get for going
Jesus.
shopping with the boy, isn't it, man? You lose these
Should
opportunities.
have left him at home. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Funny though.
Left him in the car.
But I wonder if Margaret's gonna make it. Let me see. Just checking to see if we got a message from her before we go on to the grow guides here.
There's no one waiting. The
No,
name's
there's
not up
nobody
on the
waiting.
thing saying
No.
I've been waiting forever to get
Oh
in.
shit, she's not gonna make it.
Oh no. Boo.
Oh,
Boo to Canadians.
just replying to Margaret.
Don't get to see what the weather's like over there now.
No. And no song from John.
Yeah. Mind you, that is a bit of a bonus. You do hear him singing.
Oh well. Oh well. Let's just have you got a drink, Billy? You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I just said we'll speak to her next week, as we will. Yeah, comedy gold. I like your style. Yeah, it would have been fucking hilarious if I said it. But anyway, we got some stuff to cover in the grow guides, man. Some interesting topics this week. Let's go and have a look at those. Let's do it. You know what I hate, everybody? Loads of things. You know, I'm sure listeners of the show here know what kind of things I hate. Trimming is definitely one of those. You know what I'm saying, Billy?
God, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
fucking
why
saying.
I like how I trim, because it gets rid of all the bullshit of trimming. So I
Mhm.
love it. I don't mind trimming because it ain't that bad for
Yeah.
me now.
I still have PTSD from that massive trim session I did. But you know what's even worse than trimming, Billy? You know what's even worse? Trimming, but trimming foxtail fucking buds,
Oh,
bro.
fucking yeah. Or ones that are just
Oh,
super, super leafy.
oh,
Leafy foxtail buds, yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, so annoying.
Yeah, so there might be new growers out there that do not know what foxtailing is, right? And usually you're going to get your buds, they're going to grow nice, fat, juicy buds. And it's difficult to compare them to something. You know, I would say like a potato, but not solid. You know what I mean? It's just a rounded buds. You don't have anything protruding off it. They're pretty rounded, you know? But sometimes you get this thing happen called foxtailing where it just makes like man, it's so hard to describe. What would you compare a foxtail to, Billy?
Um, I suppose they're like little fingers, isn't they, that grow? See
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, fingers
It
growing out the
grows as
buds. Yeah.
fingers. Yeah, it grows as bud fingers rather than a fist.
Yeah,
They're like
nice.
fingers
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of a fist. They're a bit
Yeah, man.
fingery.
Fucking pain in the ass things, man. And
Yeah.
there's different things that cause it to happen, but you don't really want it to happen unless you're making hash. If you're making hash, you got more surface area then. If you got all these fingers rather than just buds, you know. Yeah. So it's good when you make hash because you can get all the THC off the buds nice and easier. But still, when you're trimming that shit, oh man, the bag appeal isn't great. You know, but it's still good weed. It's not like the weed shit because it's foxtailed. It's just more difficult to trim, and it doesn't look as nice because it's just these long strands. But you've had foxtail before, Billy?
Yeah, some plants are
Mm-hmm.
little foxtail or just one or two buds at the ends of foxtail.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had full grows foxtail before. You know, just because of the
Oh,
strain. You know, because sometimes it's down to genetics, and you can't help
yeah,
it. Some
genetics
strains
a
are
lot
just gonna
sometimes.
foxtail. Yeah, especially the sativa heavy ones. But it's only happened a couple of times, and it's just terrible to trim, man. You know.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate that
really
shit.
annoying. The trim effect on foxtail is just like,
Mm-mm.
no, fuck off. Like, yeah.
So you shouldn't see. You want to try and avoid it as much as possible. Everybody, this whole foxtailing thing. I mean, you could do a Google search and you'll find out what foxtailing bud looks like. Just search for foxtailing cannabis bud, and it will show you. And yeah, it's like fingers. It's like the shit growing out of the bud as fingers rather than as a fist. And yeah, shit to trim, but easy to avoid reasonably. I don't know, because it's not like it happens by on purpose. You know, it happens accidentally. So one of the biggest things that cause it is the temperatures or stress in general. But you know, if it gets hot in there for too long and it's going past its flowering period as well, they can start to get a bit stressed then, and that will cause them to foxtail. Well, do you know the cause of yours, Billy? Why yours foxtailed?
Yeah, it's just a bit too close to the light, really,
Right.
to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too much light can do it as well, innit?
Yeah, bit of
Yeah.
light and heat, I think it was
Mm-hmm.
in that one.
Mm-hmm.
And the strain as well is a couple of them foxtail.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All
it's
three of the
just
big things, you
prone
know,
to
the strain and the
yeah,
stress, and
yeah,
you'll get them
yeah,
foxtail
totally.
buds. And I mean, and it wasn't any worse, was it? It wasn't shit weed
No,
it grew. It was
it
still
just
good
made it
weed.
just made it awkward to trim, like you say. It just becomes a
Mm-mm.
bitch. Just loads of
Man,
little leaf and sugar leaf, and it's just like
man, makes me feel triggered, man. Fuck,
yeah.
trimming fucking foxtail buds. It's, I've been there before, and it's just I got so sick. You know, I've already trimmed enough, and I got so sick of just trimming around things. But I just started to cut off any of the the foxtail. Like fuck it, can. just cutting buds so they was rounder because the foxtail had been removed. Because they can start small, innit? They don't just grow really long straight away. They start small, like in half a centimeter. Just little foxtails all over the plant, and just grow like a rosebud with a little hair coming out of it. It's weird. They're not great to have. They're not great to have, but it's still not the end of the world. It's still going to be decent weed. You just you're going to have a little bit more trouble trimming it. I don't think there's many other detrimental effects, really, is there, Billy, other than trimming it and it looks like
No, just
strange.
trimming the look, don't look. And sometimes they can get a little bit airy, if you know what I mean, if they don't grow properly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But that can be a good thing, it can reduce the
it
chances
depends
of
on what
bud
you're
rot.
looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, just going to turn it all into rosin and hash afterwards. Maybe you might want it to do that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck knows.
Yeah, man. So just make sure that your lights are always the right distance away. There's that whole DLI thing, the daily light intake. And if a plant gets too much, it can stress it. So, nowadays, you never used to have to worry about that kind of stuff. But with the LEDs we have nowadays, they're so powerful. Your plants can easily get too much light throughout the day. So use one of those PAR meters to test that out, see how much PAR and PPFD is getting to your plants. If you want to go that serious, it's not majorly serious, but just if they start to droop a little bit early throughout the day, like 14 hours of light, and it starts to get a little bit droopy after that, then maybe you're giving them too much. You don't need to get one of those meters. You can kind of figure it out. But that's the best way to go, because then you can know for sure. So don't put the lights too close. Keep the temperatures below 26 if you can, 28 maximum. You don't really want to go over that because then they start to get stressed, So just be cautious of that. And then genetics. Have a look at some grow diaries. See what strains are more likely to foxtail. Like we said earlier, it's sativa who's going to be more likely, but it doesn't mean indicas won't do it as well. You just got to try and make sure the plant don't get stressed. Pain in the ass. But once it's started, I don't think there's anything else you can do, really, is there, Billy?
Not really. You just nothing. No, it's just genetics, and the plants decided to do it, and it just do it. So just let it do it.
Yeah.
So unless you're gonna chop all your weed down and give it now, fuck it, I don't want it. So which is a bit stupid.
Oh no, we've
So,
got Cheesemeister in the chat said, I've got some strawberry cough that's fox-tailed and leafy as fuck. Will be ready in the next few days. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh gosh, man.
there you go.
Good luck, sir. Good luck.
Got
I've been there, man. I've been there, and you have
It's
to just sit there for hours. Yeah, just so much leaf, so much leaf.
That's why
Oh, man.
sometimes when it's like that, you just trim all the fucking big fan leaves off and let it all dry.
Yeah.
And then let it break off when it's completely dry, man. And it was so then you fuck the trimming.
That's
just
right.
do it as you go.
Dry trim is just so much better. You can break
Yeah.
the whole thing down into just 2 sessions rather than one. And
Yeah.
but that's just my opinion. I don't know. Some people prefer
Especially
to
fox-tailed
wet
weed.
trim. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, Jesus. Just don't trim it at
fuck that.
all. Don't trim it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compost
fuck
the
it.
cunt.
Fuck the trim. It's all hash, man.
There
Just
you
make it
go.
into hash and re-rosin, and then you don't have to worry about the trim. It's all trichomes then.
That's right, man. Yeah, so and maybe if you're looking at making hash or something like that as well, maybe you want to encourage foxtail towards the end because you get more surface area and more trichomes, instead of them being locked up in the bud or on the surface so they break off easier. Yeah, so maybe that's something to consider. Yeah.
Yep.
So let's talk here about this. The best way to reuse or recycle old grow mediums. How old's your soil now, Billy? You've been using that same soil for a while, right?
Well, I've got quite a lot of it, yeah. So I sort of re-amend and then let it sit there and then use, if you know what I mean. So it's on like a rotational.
All right, so
yeah,
you've got soil growing plants right now, and you've got soil sitting there brewing with some shit in it.
Sitting there, sitting there cooking and all of that malarkey. So yeah, basically, that's how I do it. It's easier to do it like that, I find. Just saves a lot of hassle and stress.
Yeah, man.
But I'm more of a grow large than grow medium.
So and you use living soil, innit? Yeah, living soil.
Yeah, living soil. Yeah. So you re-amend with like compost, worm castings, or the dry amendments. And the cooking period, you can probably do it for like 3-4 days, like on a short scale, and then it
Mm.
shouldn't burn your plants too much after that. But then really you want like to do 2 to 4 weeks, really, to be honest, depending on what you're cooking it with and how
Mm.
long, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
So yeah, but yeah, just a few weeks, a week even could be. So it's depending on your own circumstances. But yeah, you don't want to be using it straight away if you're re-amending. You want it to like sort of cook out, otherwise it gets like basically gets too hot. There's too many sort of nutrients available to it, and
Mm-hmm.
the early plant will get burnt and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the number one medium, innit? The one to reuse over and over again is a nice
oh yeah, the
living
soil
soil.
is living soil is
Mm.
that's what it's designed to use over and over and
Yeah.
over and over again. And with the life cycle, it gets better and better because it's sort of as you treat it more, then it becomes more living. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? More
But what about other
stuff for the
soils?
plant to access.
You know, like biobeers, the soils that come out of
Yeah, you just
packs.
re-amend them basically. You
Yeah.
can just get the dry amendments and worm castings and amend them into then new soils again. So into like
Mm.
living soils and stuff
Mm-hmm.
as well. So you can reuse them, or you can just throw them in your garden. Like
Yeah, yeah.
throw them in your garden, man. Put plants and whack them outside, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then let the like rain and add the nutrients the plants need. Just put a few simple grasses or
Yeah.
fucking whatever flowers in them. Your bee flowers in them outside.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Yeah, that's it. Just use it in the garden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice and easy. And then get new shit for your cannabis plants.
Yeah.
That's what I
Exactly.
would do if I grew in soil. After each grow,
Yeah.
I'd reuse the soil for something outside in the garden. And then, go and buy fresh shit just to make sure that it's got proper nutrients in and shit. But realistically, you should be able to just use it again. You shake off all the soil away from the roots, and then just re-amend it. Like Billy said, you add some shit to it, so maybe some worm castings, but that might make it a bit strong. You could even just start, just feeding nutrients to it like you have been already, and just keep it light if you're using seedlings. But it can be used again. You don't have to go buying more. What about cocoa, man? You see, when I use cocoa, Billy, I like to get rid of it and just get new cocoa every time.
Yeah. I've never really used it, so I've used it
Right.
once, and then it didn't get used again, so it just got sat there. So
Yeah. But it can get
yeah,
used again over and over again. It can get used.
yeah. What do you have to do? Do you have to clean it afterwards or something?
Well,
Actually,
clean it for one. Like try and get all the shit out of it. So you
yeah,
just let it with cocoa because you're trying to keep it sterile, so roots and
you
shit
just
won't
rinse
break down
through
the way
it
you want.
completely.
But you have to buffer it as well. You have to, and I think we did an episode on this way back in the day,
You
just
do the old
specifically about
CalMag
buffering.
rebuff, like
Yeah, add a shitload of calcium to it because the cocoa itself will leach the calcium out of the nutrients that you fed to your plants. Instead of it going to the plants, it gets absorbed into the cocoa itself, and that holds onto it. So you want to put all of your cocoa into a bucket and with some CalMag and let calcium get absorbed into it before you start using it again. Just rebuffer it. And we have an episode, as I said, that goes into more detail with buffering. So if it's something you want to do, you can definitely reuse your cocoa. Definitely. You just have to properly buffer it first to make sure it doesn't have that CalMag issue. But it's the same thing. It's just holding on to the roots. You feed it nutrients and everything's the same. You can definitely use cocoa again. I just never really did it. It was just so easy to just grab a bag of cocoa and just use fresh stuff that's already buffered. You know, you have to figure out what's good for you. But that extra cocoa, I would put in my worm bins. My worms always enjoy that shit. And I just put it at the end of the garden. The thing is, I don't use perlite with it because nobody fucking uses perlite. Right? If you're out there in your back garden and there's a pile of cocoa with or a little mud patch at the back of your garden there, and there's all these little white dots everywhere because of perlite. There's only one reason people use perlite, man, and it's just gonna look dodgy when it's in your back garden. Bear that in mind if you're using a perlite with your soils and shit. Not many people mix perlite into their soil if it's just growing plants in the back garden. That's for more skillful growing, such as cannabis. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but cocoa's good. It's a great medium. You can easily just rebuffer it and reuse it. Yeah, that's good for 2 or 3 grows. You should be fine before it starts to break down, and then it's less aerated. Then it gets a little bit denser, and you don't want that. Cocoa. One of the reasons cocoa's good is because loads of air can get to your roots because it's such a light medium. But once it starts to break down, it doesn't become so good. But out of the house. What about hydroton clay pebbles, Billy? You ever done the hydro shit with them?
No, man, never bothered. Too much hassle,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. But they just need a good clean, didn't they? So
Yeah, pretty much. They're just like
yeah,
stones, aren't they? Just clean them
yeah,
and then
clean and start
reuse
again.
them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just make sure they're not too much like bleach and peroxide left it art on them afterwards. Give them a good
Yeah.
rinsed solution in it. So
Well, and you want to do that when you get these hydroton and K pebbles, right? The little brown balls, which you might have seen, but specifically for hydroponics. When you first buy them, wash the fuck out of them, man. I've had plants nearly die because of the shit that's on the outside of those clay pellets. Make sure you wash them out, soak them for a bit, and then get all the loose powder off and stuff like that because you can really fuck with the pH. Make sure you
can
do
even
that.
do that in a bath as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They won't go down the plug hole, obviously.
Yeah, man. So, and then there's benefits of it, and it save money.
Yeah,
you must save a fucking
money
fortune.
saving.
Yeah. Not having to buy
Once you bought
cocoa
all
every
your
time.
loads of soil, like you're sorted. Like it's really good, very sustainable.
Yeah, especially that living soil thing. Well, once you've got it set, once you've got all your soil, you just properly amend it. It's so much cheaper than any hydroponic medium when you just keep feeding them salt-based nutrients in it.
Yeah,
Much cheaper. Yeah. So living soil.
Less to do.
Living soil. You know. Yeah, just Macky and Billy today. 3 nugs. There. Yeah, Margaret couldn't make it, but I'd rather her not worry about it and speed home, rather drive safe, And John's got some family shit to deal with. So number 3, what are we talking about here? How to deal with late stage bud rot. Ah, man.
Boy,
you've
really
had this
depressed.
before. Yeah.
That's what you do. That's how you deal
tragic,
with it.
Isn't it?
You sit in a corner and start rocking and crying, going no.
The only benefit to having bud rot is you're going to be able to notice bud rot sooner next time.
Yeah.
The more experienced you get at noticing it, the more buds you're going to save in the future. Because it happens, man. It happens. But there's only one way to deal with it, and that is to get rid of it.
Cut the cunt out and throw it away.
Mm-hmm. You have bud rot before, I assume, Billy?
Yep. Bastards.
So how do you deal with it when you see bud rot?
Cut the cunt off and throw it away after rocking in the corner.
All right, so you rock in the corner for a little bit first.
No, I try and cut it away first because you need to get rid of it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't rock in the corner, then it's more chance of it spreading.
Yeah.
So I cut it, throw it away in a bag or far away from other plants.
Mm-hmm.
Then I sit in a corner and rock for ages, going no.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad, but
yeah.
As I say, the only thing you can find good in it is you can spot it better next time, and the earlier you spot it, the less of it is going to be fucked because it will spread like a motherfucker onto all the different buds. It will completely wipe out a whole, like the biggest bud you had, it will just wipe all that shit out.
Yeah, it's always the biggest bud as well. Where you grow on.
Mm-hmm. Because that's where the multiples germinate, isn't it? We got another one. We have a whole episode about this, right? But when it comes to the whole bud rot thing, best thing to do before you do anything, just chill. Because it's easy to get carried away and just start crying. But you don't want to do that. But you turn off your fans because you don't want to disturb the bud and have the mold spores come out and then be blown around the room nice and easy. It's going to be difficult to stop them from spreading. And, the fan's been on anyway, so it's probably spread to other places. So, turn it off anyway, just to try and reduce the spread any further as you're disturbing it. But it's likely that the mold spores have spread, unfortunately. But anyway, once the fans are off, you put a plastic bag over it or something like that. Anything that can just try and stop the mold spores spreading anymore, So put a bag over the top of it and then cut it at the stem underneath and get the fucking thing out of the grow tent as soon as possible.
I'm sure a few of the lads out there have put bags over ladies' heads before.
Oh dear. That's a bit dark there, Billy. Yeah. Anyway. Man, yeah, it's just tragic when you find it, but you get used to it. Once you've had it a few times, like, oh, bud rot again. The first time you find it, Jesus, devastating. You're like, oh no, the whole plant's dead, but you can still save a lot of the plant. Just keep an eye out for
Yeah,
mold growing
sometimes it's just that
elsewhere.
one big fat back
Yeah,
bud,
yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all the others are fine. So
Yeah.
getting to it early is important.
And that's it. And you're more likely to find it in the later stages as well. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's always in the
something
last
that,
few weeks. Like,
yeah, yeah, it gets a bit humid in there. The mold spores get a chance to germinate with the stale air inside the buds. So this shit happens, man. It happens, but it's not good when it does happen. But lower the humidity is a good one because the mold spores will germinate in high humidity, and always make sure your fans are on. Blowing all the time, 24/7, and there's no stale air pockets. The mold spores germinate in the stale air pockets. So if you have some oscillating fans in there, top and bottom, making sure that there's no stale air pockets anywhere, less likely chance of seeing the bud rot, but it can still happen. It can still happen, unfortunately. So just keep an eye
yeah,
out for it.
sometimes when they're fat, dense buds, they're just gonna bud rot no matter what.
Mm.
It's just
It
how
gets
they are.
scary, doesn't it? When
Yeah,
sometimes you have these really big grows. Like you grow normal plants, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool, just normal plants. And then sometimes you do a grow where the buds are just ridiculously thick. And for a new grower, you're like, oh yeah, fucking look at the size of these fucking buds. As an experienced grower, you're like, fucking hell, man, these are getting a little bit prone now. Have you been there, Billy? Right, where you're
yeah,
not really
been there.
excited about having the big yield. You're more like,
Yeah.
oh, these are getting a bit too
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
big. I don't think
A
I'm
bit
gonna
too
be able
big
to
too
prevent
soon,
mold.
man. Shit, yeah,
Stick
yeah.
next to a
That you
couple of
still
fans
gotta
in
get
there.
worried. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, man,
If it
I've
gets
been
too
there.
fat.
Like, oh man, need to take this down soon. It's getting too big. I'm gonna be fucked.
Yeah, mate, start getting your rubber gloves on and your
Mm-hmm.
microscope and studying the insides of it. Like
And that's it. And
getting your
you would
gynecology on.
usually see this shit later in flower as well. So if you do see bud rot, get that shit out there, and then you need to be vigilant as fuck for the rest of the grow. Because at some point you're probably going to see mold. If it's happened somewhere, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. It's very rare. I've cut away a bud with bud rot in it and thought, oh, yeah, that's all of it, and then that was it. It was done. It was the mold will pop up somewhere else after that. It's just part of the fucking grow now. So once you see it the second time, I would say that's it. Get that fucker down. Chop the plant
Yeah,
down. Dry it. And then while it's drying as well, still keep an eye out. Even then, for bud rot, you more likely see it when you chop it down and you trimming. Because you got more eyes on the bud. You know,
yeah. And
only
you
thing you
see
can,
like the inside stalk,
yeah.
and you'd be like, bastard.
Mm-hmm.
One of the leaves would just fall right off, and you'd
Yeah.
be like, nah, there it is.
Classic sign, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
happens, everybody. You just got to try and reduce the risks of it happening. And when it does happen, you got to reduce the spread. So if you find bud rot, just stick it back over that fucker, turn your fans off, stick it back over it, cut it off, and get it out of the grow room. And then inspect everything. And use gloves, man. Change the gloves. Once you got the bad shit out, throw the gloves away as well. And then, go into your tent and have a look, see if you can find anything else. You're just trying to reduce the spread. That's all you can do. Know what I'm saying? Right then. I think that's it. And as I said, we have a whole episode about bud rot, so go and check that one out. But this one here, Billy, this one's a good problem to have, but also a bad problem to have. What we're saying about supporting heavy buds. Do you get this issue?
Well, again, if they're heavy buds, mate, you better watch for that bud rot.
That's
But
right.
yeah, yeah. But I know what you mean. The buds are not big and fat. They're just a bit too heavy for the maybe
Mm-hmm.
a flimsy stems that haven't really had enough airflow on them to make them grow thick and sturdy. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
do have this
Mm-hmm.
problem sometimes, and I just use bamboo canes and some green cables, and then that's it.
All right. All right.
Let it support it really. That's the best way.
Excuse me.
So
Yeah.
also, really, that's what your scrog's for, isn't it? Your trellis netting and all of that. That's what scrog is
But
for, to
even then,
support these flat.
the stems can grow above the scrog when it gets
Yeah,
later
and
into
that's the
flower, and
issue.
they start falling amongst themselves as well.
Yeah, and that's where you
Proper
need like
pain, yes, man.
string. String is
Yep.
normally
Mm-hmm.
best wings for them.
I mean, the canes are
So
good, but I've got bud rot from canes before. Like the way the bud was leaning against it was getting damaged and not getting enough
yeah,
airflow, so
I
that
get what you
caused
mean.
bud rot. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to be careful where you put the
yeah,
cane and the buds. Yeah, you got to be
yeah.
good
You
with your
want it.
positioning.
Don't tie the bud against the cane.
Nah,
You know,
yeah,
to have it
You
there
just
to
want it,
support it,
yeah,
like a crane rather than a stilt. You know.
yeah, a crane cane.
Hmm. Hmm. One of the best things I've seen are them plant yo-yos, but they're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah,
Seen them?
and they're awkward as well. If you don't get them on right, you can break your plants.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put them on at the right time. If you know what I mean. If you don't
Yeah.
put them on at the right time, then you can break your plants with them quite easily because you've just done it at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be confident in that side of things.
Yeah. And just tying them if you can, if you need to do that. It's just scary, man. You got to make sure you're feeding your plant plenty of calcium throughout the grow to make sure that it builds nice, strong stems. And make sure fans blowing at it all the time as well, because that helps to build strong stems too. But
Yeah, that's it. Just food and air flow in it. Really, again.
It's a bit shit though. I've been there so many times when plants grow just way too tall and just falling over themselves all the time. And you do what you can. There's string up just all over the place trying to hold things together, but it still
Yeah,
doesn't
when they
work,
get
man.
tall and stretchy, that can be a bit of a
Mm,
bitch. Yeah, and
yeah,
you've got like 1,000 pieces of string crossing left, right, and centre, like
yeah,
supporting everything.
and that's
Yeah,
it.
it's not so bad whilst they're up, but like when you got to cut them down and trim, that's when you notice you're like, oh shit, how many bits of string have I got to cut down? Right? Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
when you start getting a bit
because that's a pain in the
nasty.
ass as well. Yeah,
Yeah, again, that's as bad as the trim.
but it has to be done, doesn't it? You can't just
Yeah,
let the
yeah, you can't just leave it.
yeah,
That's when you get bud rot because they'll all be touching each other and there'll be no airflow and it just all mush up. And I wish I'd use
no,
string now. So use string, no choice.
It's bad, man. Damn.
Yep.
But yeah, bud rot needs to be avoided at all costs and properly, because you don't want to let the fucking bud just lay down. Like if he just collapses and lays down in the soil, you don't want to be smoking that shit, do you?
That's
You know
why
what I
good
mean?
training techniques and supported techniques before you get to that
Yeah.
stage, knowing what's going to happen is the best way to deal with it in the first
Mm-hmm.
place. Then you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about the heavy buds so much because
Yeah.
you've preempted it all.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Preempts
yeah,
you, making sure when you're looking at the body like that looks a bit big. Doesn't look like the stem can hold that. Add shit to it before it starts falling over, because you don't want it to
yeah,
fall over. You check the plants 24 hours later, and that bud's been laying on its face in a load of shit for 24 hours, because it could go moldy
yeah.
by then. You know.
So be preempted of knowing
Mm.
like well long before it could start. You're thinking, oh, that could possibly. If you think that could possibly, then tie the fucker up. Then it ain't gonna, is it?
Mm-mm.
If it does, then you're fucked. If there's a if possibly, then it needs to be sorted. So that you want to, it's definitely not gonna fall over. And if
Yes.
possibly, tie it up, especially if it's gonna get fatter,
Yeah.
because that's what you want it to get a bit denser and fatter, don't you?
Yeah, man, and then you can get them shitty nets that they say are scrogs, but they're not scrogs. They're just
Yeah, scrogs that are
nets.
not
Like,
scrogs.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They've got like 12 squares in them or 9 squares, and it can offer a little bit of support like that. You can rely on those if you wanted to as
you
well.
could double them up
Uh,
as well, so you can hold.
hmm
Then like the holes would be a bit smaller, obviously, because you're
mm,
just unaligned, obviously.
yeah, yeah. Just be careful with shit like that, because you don't want to damage the buds again. Is then you
Yeah,
can get the bud rot. But support that shit before it becomes a problem. That's the best way. And even do some proper LST. Don't trim at the wrong side at the wrong time, so it don't stretch too much. And you don't really need the kind of support. It's just if it does happen, that's how you can deal with it. Okay, now we've all been there.
it's just something you learn as you go, isn't it? So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
more experience and grown you get, the more knowledge you have to preempt all this sort of shit.
hmm hmm Then it
Then you
just all
just
becomes
know.
ordinary shit. Like, I should really get some canes for these. You know,
Yeah, yep,
just practice,
yeah,
practice, practice, practice. But
exactly.
anyway, yeah.
Don't
So
be too
that's it.
scared to practice either.
That's the 4 topics done already. Already
Pretty
flew
much.
through those, Billy. Flew through those,
Oh,
and
well,
I
it's been
don't.
an hour almost. It's like 5 to 11.
I don't know. We started this like 20 past, didn't we? In just
Did
over
we?
half hour.
Like
Yeah,
40
yeah,
minutes in.
yeah. And I
Not
don't
too
think we
bad,
have
mate.
any listener mail questions as well. So
Oh no.
I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
it. This is a short episode of the Grow Guides here. Unless we have some in chat. Did we get any in chat while I wasn't looking? Uh, My worry
Don't
is
think
bud
so.
heavier than my pots just now. Shit. Yeah, I mean it's a good and bad problem to have at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Having buds that are
basically,
stupidly
yeah.
heavy, you're buzzing, but realistically, it can all go tits up pretty fucking easy. Scary times. You know what I mean?
There was a small note from Anne though.
Oh, we got something from Anne.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She just said she's gone on holiday to on with her scissor sister Mary Jane. She's on Greek island of Lesbos. I think she said she's gone to.
Oh, all right. Nice.
Yeah. So she's on her holiday, so she'll be back soon.
Nice. I hope you have a great holiday there, Anne and
In
Mary
Lesbos.
in Lesbos. Scissor Sisters. Brilliant. Yeah, thanks for listening. We appreciate you guys. I hope you have a good time on the beach, man. It must be nice to be in Greece right now. It's starting to get
Yeah,
cold here in
it
the
would be,
UK.
wouldn't it? Yeah,
You
that's
know?
what I thought. Might need an extra holiday.
Was it a Jet2 holiday package?
Oh, of
Nice.
course it was.
Nice, Viking.
Of course it was.
Nice. Jesus. But with that, thanks, Anne, for the question. Let's go on to the outro. You ready, Billy?
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, I forgot how to fade the outro out here. Yeah, so just a short episode of the Grow Guides there, everybody. Yeah, because it's just me and Billy. We fly through those. There's not much discussion to have when there's half the panel missing. You know what I mean? We should be back to normal next week. We'll let you know. But yes, good show all the same, Billy. I've enjoyed it, man. It's been good.
Yeah.
Nice little
Some shit
session
chatted.
here. Indeed. Some chit chatted.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good times. What are we going to do next week? News. Grow Guys. No immediate plans right now. Just Sober October, everybody. That's coming just a few days. I got a whole shitload of whiskey. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to sit with whiskey on my desk for the month and not be able to touch it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I'm ready for
Suppose
that.
you have to decide about our Halloween edition soon.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. I was thinking about that just the other day. I have to start thinking about what we're going to do for the Halloween special. Yeah. Uncle Paulie. Yes, Uncle Paulie from The Sopranos. Yes, man. Uncle Paulie was a legend. First time here. Thanks. A good show. I dig it. Nice one. Thanks for coming to join us, man. I hope you had a good time. Hit the like button, subscribe, everybody, and all that YouTube shit that we usually have to say but don't really care about. That would be nice. But, you know, we'll still be here next week, Sunday, at the usual time. We'll do it again.
Okay.
If you see any news stories or, you know, have ideas for Grow Guide subjects or listener mail, then, you know, get in touch. We'd like to hear from you guys. What do you say, Billy?
As you said, probably.
Probably what?
Probably be here next week at 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah, probably.
On YouTube.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even though we're here nearly every week at 9 p.m. on YouTube.
Pretty much.
Probably.
It's, we don't miss an episode very often. You know what I mean? It's good. Right, sweet then. Should we wrap it up?
Right, I suppose we'll wrap it
put
up.
some music on for
and
everybody.
start waving and shit. I light up this joint though. I light up this guy. There's some lighter action.
I'll fire up that mighty. What the fuck? Where's the mighty gone?
No. Quick,
what the fuck?
grab your shit. Grab your shit.
Yeah.
There it is.
What the fuck? I'll try and say what the fuck like that. Now I saw a parrot on Instagram Reels, and that's how he said what the fuck. I thought it was fucking funny. It's like, what the fuck? That was funny. Yeah. Cheers, Uncle Paulie. Great fucking TV show. I love The Sopranos. That was so good. But anyway, for now, that's it. Gonna go off for a week or so and watch some more Twilight Zones, watch some movies and all of that kind of shit, and then report back next week to see what other shit we need chatting. Yeah. Everybody waving?
Yeah. Waving.
All right, see you next one, everybody. Stay high, stay safe. We'll see you then. Goodbye.